The purpose of this conversation is to shed light on stammering, a speech disorder that affects millions of people worldwide. Through this discussion, we aim to provide a deeper understanding of what stammering is, explore the challenges faced by those who experience it, and offer insights into effective strategies for managing it. By addressing both the personal and the societal implications of stammering, we hope to foster empathy and encourage supportive communication practices, breaking the stigma associated with stammering. The subject has been close to my heart as it marked the beginning of my YouTube journey. Disclaimer: neither me or the guest, we are not qualified speech therapists. We are only sharing our personal experience with the hope that you can learn something from this and apply it in your daily life, and it brings a change. Stammering, also known as stuttering, is a speech disorder where a person has difficulty speaking fluently. It often involves repeating or prolonging sounds like this, syllables or words, as well as involuntary pauses during speech. You will see the myself and the guest, and you will know what exactly we are talking about. People who stammer may struggle to get certain words out, and this can sometimes be accompanied by physical signs like tension in the face or the body. It can be mild or severe, and its causes may include genetics, development factors, or neurological issues. Uh, that's up to the expert to find out. We are not experts, as I have mentioned. Speech therapy is commonly used to help manage stammering. Now, I want to introduce our lovely and super energetic guest. Venkatesh is a civil engineer turned NLP super coach and emotional freedom tapping coach. He's the author of two books in personal development space, The Ultimate Peacefulness Blueprint and Abundant Wellness System. Right now, helping working professionals to earn their first million as an extra income sitting at the comfort of their home by healing their emotions through EFT, emotional freedom tapping. Welcome, Venkatesh. I'm very excited.
Thank you so much, Krish. Really, thank you so much for a fabulous welcome.
In this session, see, this was stammering, as I was mentioning to our viewers. Let us begin the conversation with discussing around the stigma around stammering, its effects on self-esteem, and the ways society can become more supportive, including tips on how listeners can approach conversations with people who scammer. Uh, Venkatesh, I would like to invite you to share your experience of stigma around stammering, the effects on your self-esteem, and how you think society can be more supportive towards you and other people who stammer or who have stammered a lot in the past.
Yes, Krish. Really, I love to speak in this matter because, first of all, I was a stammerer earlier. From my childhood days, I used to stammer a lot. I don't know how actually that it has come. After I came to my awareness, I was already stammering at the age of my 1.5, 2 years, it seems. Okay. I don't know what is the background, but when as in a studying in a school days, college days, it was so huge. The humiliation, the overwhelming, the fear, tensions, anxieties at every aspects of our life was really very high. Because even though we are capable of getting a very good marks, even though we are, you know, after the finishing our degree also, we are capable of getting a very good job also. The process that what we gone through from childhood to the till now, only the stammer can able to relate to that. I really proud to have a person like you today because you can able to relate to all my emotions, thoughts, and also the distractions and all the emotions triggers that which we used to face from our childhood to the present date. That's what I can able to say, Krish.
Yeah, I can really resonate, and I would like to share my experience. Especially during school, a lot of times, you know, people would start talking to me. Uh, they would stammer deliberately while they used to speak to me. So I've faced that during school, and the endless jokes that are being made. Then at some point, there were some students who even started to write my name with the stammer. Why? Because they thought it was uh, funny that, rather than writing my name as Krishiv or maybe Venkatesh, they would write K K K K K and then Krishiv. Or it is as good as saying that I start calling you V Venkatesh. And that was the kind of identity that my classmates, some of my classmates had formed, and it made me feel like there is nothing uh, beyond the stammer known as stutter. There is nothing beyond this that I'm known for. It was as if I was reduced to being known just for that guy who stammers or stutters. And probably I stood out because I was the only one who uh, maybe stammered in the whole school. Maybe there might be one more person who had maybe a mild one, but for my experience, mine was quite severe, and I would often avoid, asking questions to the uh, teachers in front of the whole classroom. If I do had any questions, I would walk up to the staff room and I would then reach out to them and ask. And because I anyway knew that would take longer, but maybe that was not the issue. But the issue was about how am I being seen in the world, and that really affected my self-esteem. Having said that, society became better as I grew up. So when I went to Jehin College for my high school and then for my uh, graduation, things started to get better. So I could notice that, that as people grow up, they become more mature and they begin to understand what other people are going through. And even during this time, even in school and college, I have met some very supportive people on the other hand, and I should thank them that they would ask me to slow down. And so there were both uh, both sides. There were people who were very nasty, but there were people who were super good. Yeah, and then in between lies the people who didn't really talk about it. So this brings me to the answer of what can society do? Uh, Society can just, you know, let every individual be the way they are. And in fact, over here in Spain, sometimes people very innocently they ask me, why you talk like this? It's very different. So I keep telling the Europeans that this is something known as stammering or stuttering, and this affects 1% of the world's population, and this is the way that uh, a lot of Europeans that personally ask. So if you are somebody who stammers or stutters, it is also your and my duty that if somebody innocently asks us about why do we speak the way we speak, then it is our duty to educate them and to, you know, uh, scientifically or psychologically explain them without judging them for asking this question, because some people out there can be very innocent and they genuinely want to know what stammering uh, is, because they may not have ever met somebody. Remember, you and me are only 1%. So there's only 1 in 100 people who actually has some sort of a speech disfluence. And that is the message I would like to leave for the audience. Venkatesh, would you like to leave any final thoughts for the audience?
Yeah, even as you said, Krish, even our school days, even our colleges, even I faced the same issues like these, many issues. I would like to bring an incident. I was in a degree, civil engineering degree. In one of this subject, there was a practical. At that time, a lecturer asked me to give some details about that. Even though I was knowing all the answer, as we know, we stammer a lot at the beginning stage of the conversation, right? So at that time, I could not able to answer. So I was started stuttering and I could not able to deliver my words. And he told me, don't worry, just sit for a while and write what do you know about this. And I sat and wrote everything in detail, even though that was a viva where I should supposed to tell the information, the detail. I could not able to do. But thanks to that, the wonderful gesture that what my lecture had. And that day I was sitting in the evening, I thought, yeah, I am capable enough. I could able to answer that. But why I can't able to answer at that particular instant, in that moment? That is because of the stammering. So let me start explore. Let me start find the solutions to these kinds of issues. When a person like me can able to face, even the person like me, when I can able to answer, and when I have all a capability to tell all the 100% of the details that what the lecture asked, I could not able to answer. How would the other people might have faced such an incident and some issues in their life? Let me start explore. Let me find the reason that has made me to explore more about the stammering.
Thank you so much, Venkatesh. And I think, you know, the way you spoke, I can feel that there is a inner calmness. And let me tell you that you are one of the most clear speakers, and you have really worked on your communication skills. So this is also my message to all the viewers that while you work on your stammering, on your speech fluency, it is equally important to work on your communication skills so that you can deliver your message in a clear and concise way, similar to Venkatesh. Thank you so much.
Yes, Krish. Really, thank you so much.